so much for tuning into Ion Music. My name is Kara Finch. Tonight we're at the Duke of Wellington, and I don't know why we waited so long to finally get here, but I'm excited because every Sunday they do a concert series, and tonight they are featuring Adam Buschlen. Hello.
Yes, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm awesome.
Awesome.
Easter Sunday, awesome.
The last time that you and I had the chance to do an interview was like 5 years ago. It was really long, and so has a lot of very exciting things. A lot of very exciting things happen in 3 years.
Oh yeah, lots, tons. You know, divorced. It's good.
This is a very personal Ion Music tonight, I think.
A lot of music though. I'm a classical upright bass player now.
A classical upright bass player.
Yes.
Where did you like wake up one morning and say like I'm going to be an upright bass player?
No, I've always had a passion for it and stuff. So I just got off my ass and I'm going to do something different, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow. Well, maybe tomorrow you'll wake up and you'll be like a figure skater.
No.
You don't think that'll ever happen?
I'm staying in the music still.
And speaking of the music, you've done so much in the last 3 years, and you're gigging routinely around the region and beyond. Tell me a little bit about it.
A ton of different bands. Bands out of Hamilton. I'm a band member with the Chris Chambers Band. The Travoltas still. 15 years, I think. And Steve Strongman once in a while, Juno nominee. He's a Maple Blues guitar winner this year.
Yeah.
What else? Mike Erb, he's playing tonight.
Is it strange for you to try to go to each different band, as they're so, you know, they are really eclectic from one another. I mean, great singer-songwriters, but being a part of all these different sort of entities, does that ever get difficult for you, or do you like the change?
I like the change, yeah. If I don't have that, then I would never want to do the same thing over and over again.
So how do you keep all the songs straight, though?
Lots of years of doing it, 20 years.
Okay.
20 years.
Now, some of these bands, of course, are cover bands. Some of them are originals. Which do you prefer? Are the covers more difficult?
The bands that I play with, other than Travolta's, the other bands I play with, we incorporate originals.
Okay.
But we have to make a living, so we have to do covers, because the bar scene is just going down a little bit.
You've been in the scene a long time, so I mean, when you're talking about it going down this way, has this been something that's been sort of consistent, or is it going faster? What do you think?
Up and down over the last 10 years.
Okay.
And when I started, it was all original music. Strange Days. I played in a band called the Longfellows, Shannon Lion Pop Explosion, and there's bands like the Rhinos, Danny Michelle, the Groove Daddies, Rob Zabo. We all played original music, and we'd go to city, play in our own city, and that's what we did. Once in a while we'd do some covers on the side, just in our own group of people and stuff like that, and it's still sort of like that, but not we don't have the venues anymore that we had.
Why do you think that is, though? Why do you think there's been that downturn? Some people are saying it's because of how music's being released more digitally, but I don't really believe that. Why do you think it is?
Honestly, I think of things like smoking in bars, and I still think that. I mean, I don't smoke, but I saw a decline when that happened. Bar owners losing money, things like that. This place is very supportive of live music. They have it every night, and that's why we're here. So.
That's awesome. Now, you're here every Sunday night this month.
Yeah, just this Sunday.
Okay, so you're here on the Sundays.
Yeah.
Here, but where else are you gigging routinely?
Well, I'm in Hamilton quite a bit.
Okay.
I am in Guelph, different pubs and bars, and as original stuff goes, as far as original goes, nothing right now.
Well, let's break it down, though. Let's go all the way back to the beginning, when you first kind of break out as a songwriter, because for you're really part of this very cool Waterloo Region alumni of artists. You've already name-dropped a couple of people like Shannon Lion, Rob Zabo, Danny Michelle, and all you guys are sort of getting together and you're performing. Did you break out as an original songwriter, or was it because you're getting part of a collective or getting part of a band?
I just decided that's what I wanted to do, to have another income and and be creative with things, and recording studios are becoming more like home studios now, and you don't get, like I used to do way more session work, and I don't do session work anymore, so I have to do my own session work, and I said, I'm doing my own stuff. so I can play all the instruments if I want. I can hire my friends to come and play, and that's how it works.
Does there have to be a defining moment in your life where you're like, oh, you know what, this song is pretty good. I think I've written something that has some merit that I can actually, you know, expose to people. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, a few songs on both the CDs, I have people go, you know, you got to do something. Like, that's a good song.
Okay.
Ian Smith and I wrote Country Life, and people go, like, why aren't you doing something with that? I go, I don't know what to do. But it's, you know, you just got to keep working and just, I gotta get out and play more. I gotta get out and play more. So.
And okay, so now, how old are you at this time? Where you picked? I have to know. Were you that kid at Christmas time who got a guitar and was like, "This is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life," or did that sort of come to you naturally over the years?
Well, I wanted to be a session player when I was about 18. I was like a bassist, and I'm still a bassist, but I wanted to be a bass guitar player, and I still am a bass guitar player. And in fact, when I first released this CD, I was playing guitar, but now I'm back on bass on my own music too, and I really enjoy that. And
so you start on the bass.
Yeah.
What else do you play?
I play guitar, and then, you know, upright bass, the double bass.
I was waiting for the
Tuba.
saxophone. Oh, a tuba!
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I played violin when I was younger.
Okay. What do you think then? What's your favorite instrument to play? I mean, you said you play the upright bass, but is there one like a kazoo or something that you pull out once in a while? The tambourine?
Double bass with a bow. Double bass with a bow. Progressive bluegrass.
All right.
I'm totally, that's what I'm all about now. Punch Brothers, yeah.
Okay, so you're 18, you come out, you're a session musician. Do you remember the first record you played on?
Yep.
Okay, what was it?
It was the Longfellow's Pale. It was a tape.
It was a cassette.
Yeah, Chris Riding from Sherwood Systems recorded it at Rabbit Track Studio, and that's a whole group of people that are amazing too, and they're still kicking around. It's good.
You know, your whole face just changed when I asked you to reminisce about the first album that you actually recorded on.
I love it, Pale.
Did you get to collaborate on that record, or were you just sort of brought in as a session musician?
No, I was in the band.
Okay, so you're in the band.
The first session that I did, I don't know. I'm gonna say, I don't remember. I've done a lot of songs. I don't remember the first actual session, but I'm working with a guy, Vanya, right now. And that's
Love Vanya.
Sue Alexanian.
Okay.
I did some session work with her a long time ago. Shannon Lyon was probably the first guy that hired me to do some session work for him.
Okay.
But I ended up in his band after. So.
And then now somehow along the way, you know, you're in these bands and you're doing some session work, you break out as a solo artist and you're starting to release some records. So we're going to talk about those records. Okay. We're going to talk about the show tonight here on Ion Music. Don't go away, and we'll be back after this.